There is a drug that kills your dreams faster than heroin. It doesn't destroy your body, it's far worse. It destroys your ambition. It hits your bank account every 30 days. It sedates your fear. It makes you comfortable. It whispers that you are safe. It's called a salary. And just like any addict, you will do anything to keep the dose coming. You trade your time, your health, and your freedom just for a hit of certainty. Society calls this success. The real curriculum calls it the drip. And once you're on it, the withdrawal symptoms, fear of poverty, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown, keep you strapped to that chair until you're 65 and the best years of your life are gone. This isn't a new trick. 3,000 years ago, the Bible warned us about the flesh pots of Egypt. The Israelites actually chose to stay in slavery because the food was free. They feared the wilderness more than the whip. You choose the cubicle because the paycheck is guaranteed. You're trading your birthright for a bowl of soup. But today, we break the needle. To understand why you are stuck, we have to look at the story of Esau. In the ancient world, Esau owned the birthright. This wasn't just a title, it was the family equity. It was the land, the livestock, the compound wealth of generations. He held the keys to the kingdom. But Esau had a fatal flaw. He was hungry right now. He was suffering from short-termism. When his brother offered him a single bowl of red stew in exchange for the birthright, Esau didn't calculate the net present value of his future. He just smelled the soup. He made the trade. He sold a dynasty for dinner. A salary is the stew. It solves your hunger for today, but it costs you the equity of your future. You feel safe because your belly is full, but you are homeless. But the math is worse than you think. DeMarco calls this the slow lane. It is a financial roadmap that relies on hope and time. And the toll you pay to travel this road is your life. You accept a 5-for-2 trade. You sell 5 days of your freedom to buy 2 days of autonomy. You trade Monday through Friday just to get permission to live on Saturday and Sunday. That is a negative 60% return on your existence. If you went to a bank and they offered you a negative 60% return on your money, you would call the police. Yet you take this deal with your time, your only non-renewable asset, and you call it success. And to make the slavery bearable, you engage in lifestyle servitude. You buy a nicer car to feel better about the drive to the job you hate. You buy the $5 coffee and the designer clothes to numb the pain of the 5-for-2 trade. These are just condiments for your stew. You think they are rewards, but they are actually weapons. By increasing your lifestyle, you increase your dependency on the salary. You are buying your own chains. The system tells you work harder to get rich. This is a mathematical lie. In a job, you suffer from uncontrollable, limited leverage. Your wealth is tied to time. You are selling your intrinsic value, your hours. But you only have 24 hours a day. Your wealth has a speed limit. Your boss controls the governor on your speed. He controls your raise. He controls your promotion. You are in a vehicle with no gas pedal, only a brake. Most channels tell you to just pedal faster. This channel teaches you how to build the rocket. If you want to unlearn the lies and remove the governor, click subscribe. Enroll in the class. To understand why playing it safe is destroying you, we have to look at the third servant in the parable of the talents. When the master returns, this servant doesn't say he lost the money. He says something far more revealing. He says, "I was afraid and went and hid your talent in the ground." He didn't steal it, he didn't gamble it, he protected it. He did exactly what 99% of financial advisors tell you to do. Play it safe, don't lose the principal. But the master doesn't call him prudent or cautious. He calls him wicked and lazy. Why? Because in the kingdom and in the Fastlane, safety is a sin. By burying the talent, he denied its potential to grow. He let fear dictate his asset allocation. This is the modern saver. You bury your money in a savings account yielding 0.5% while inflation eats it at 3%. You are not saving it, you are slowly suffocating it. The wickedness wasn't that he tried and failed, it was that he was too terrified to try at all. And here is the brutal part of the parable that no one likes to talk about. The master takes the money from the cautious servant and gives it to the risky one. This is the Matthew effect. For to everyone who has will more be given. The system tells you the cubicle is safe and the business is risky. The parable tells you the opposite. Risk is the only path to the master's joy. Safety is the path to outer darkness. Stop burying your potential. Start deploying it. The system sells you a roadmap called Wealth in a Wheelchair. They tell you, save 10%, invest in the market, trust the compound interest, and you will be a millionaire. And they are right, you will be a millionaire when you are 65. But MJ DeMarco asks the question no one wants to answer. What is the point of financial freedom when you are too old to enjoy it? Money creates freedom, but time creates the capacity to enjoy it. The slow lane demands you trade your prime years, your energy, your youth, your health, for a payout in the twilight of your life. That is not a plan, that is a gamble on your own mortality. So why do we reject the hard work of the fast lane? Because we are obsessed with the event. We see the sale of the company, we see the viral moment, we see the finish line. But wealth is not an event, it is a process. The event is just the tip of the iceberg. The process is the grinding, boring, agonizing work beneath the surface that no one sees. If you skip the process, you never get the event. King David didn't just walk onto the throne. He was anointed as a boy, but he spent years running for his life, sleeping in the dirt and hiding in the cave of Adullam. The cave was the process, the throne was the event. You want the throne, but you refuse to enter the cave. You want the exit, but you refuse the execution. Stop looking for a lottery ticket. Pick up the sword, enter the cave.
Here is your coffee, ma'am.
Thank you.
So how do you actually escape? You must obey the law of effection. The more lives you affect in an entity you control, the richer you become. It sounds abstract, but it is pure math. Net profit equals units sold, scale, multiplied by unit profit, magnitude. If you work a job, you have no scale because you can't work more than 24 hours, and you have no magnitude because your boss caps your pay. You are mathematically prohibited from getting rich. To escape, you must build a system that detaches your time from the equation. A piece of software, a video, a product, something that can scale to thousands or millions of people while you sleep. Stop chasing money and start chasing needs. If you can solve a problem for 1 million people, money will not be a goal, it will be a guarantee. To trigger this law, you must pull one of 2 levers. The first lever is scale. This is the game of huge numbers. You sell a $20 product, a book, an app, a t-shirt to 50,000 people. You affect them a little bit, but you do it in massive volume. This is how athletes and entertainers get rich. They don't work harder than you, they just entertain millions of people at once. The second lever is magnitude. This is the game of high value. You affect a small number of people, but you affect them with massive intensity. You sell a $500,000 home to 2 people. You perform a life-saving surgery. You don't need millions of customers. You just need to provide millions of dollars worth of value to a few. Now look at your job. It is mathematically incapable of pulling either lever. You have 0 scale because you serve 1 customer, your boss. You cannot serve 10,000 bosses at once. You have capped magnitude because the market dictates your hourly rate. You cannot demand $500,000 an hour for typing emails. This is why the slow lane fails. In a job, your variables are defined by someone else. In the fast lane, you control the variables. You can increase scale by running an ad. You can increase magnitude by improving your product. If you cannot control the math, you cannot control your wealth. The goal of the real curriculum is to move you from a time trader, intrinsic value, to an asset value. Stop asking for a raise. Start asking, how can I affect 1 million people?
Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, I need to escape. I need to build a fast lane business. But how? Where do I start? A 15-minute video can diagnose the disease, but it can't give you the full surgery. You need the step-by-step mechanics. I have written a tactical execution guide called the Fastlane Escape Protocol AI Edition. It breaks down exactly how to use the AI revolution to hack the Fastlane equation, how to find a market need, how to build a system for $0, and how to automate it so you can break the 5-for-2 trade. This information is usually hidden behind $10,000 courses, but the real curriculum is about accessibility. For
For a limited time, I'm giving you the full protocol for just $9. That's the price of 2 coffees to buy your freedom. The link is in the description. And because you were a loyal student of this channel, I also want to give you a gift. I've compiled the 100 books to rewrite your life script. This is the source code of the 1%. It's the reading list that deprogrammed me from the system. It is completely free. Just click the link below, enter your email, and start downloading the software of the elite.
Now that you have the resources, here's the 3-step detox plan you start today. Step 1. Starve the ego. Stop the lifestyle servitude. Step 2. Build the ark. Don't quit your job. Use your salary to fund your system. Step 3. Cut the drip. Once your system generates 75% of your survival costs, you leave. Step 1 is starve the ego. You have to understand that your car payment isn't a symbol of success, it's a shackle. Every dollar you spend on looking rich is a dollar you cannot deploy into becoming rich. You need to calculate your survival number. If you can lower your cost of living from $5,000 to $3,000, you just bought yourself freedom months sooner. You are buying time, not things. Step 2 is build the ark. Noah didn't wait for the rain to start building. You build the business while the sun is shining and the paycheck is hitting. Stop looking at your boss as your master and start viewing him as your venture capitalist. He is funding your startup. Every hour you spend watching TV after work is you eating your seed corn. Become a producer, build the asset, own the code. Step 3 is cut the drip. This is the hardest part. You don't wait until you're a millionaire. You wait until your system covers 75% of your basic survival costs. Why 75%? Because when you quit, you gain back 40 hours a week. That extra time is the rocket fuel that will take you from 75% to 500%. You cut the tube, you walk into the wilderness. And for the first time in your life, you are truly free. The system offers you stew. It offers you Egypt. It offers you a comfortable cage. Most people will take it, but you are not most people. You are a student of the real curriculum. The wilderness is waiting. The promised land is on the other side. Class dismissed.